Welcome to Tuesday, April 23rd, 2024. Well, a bit of a cool front rolling through the region kicked up the wind in many areas late yesterday and last night. That front coming out of the Dakotas is going to be heading into the upper Midwest, making it a little bit cooler across the region today. But certainly spring-like weather will continue to return to the region, even though today will be noticeably cooler in some areas. The skies will generally be sunny to partly sunny. That's going to lead into more of a spring-like temperature regime as temperatures Wednesday and Thursday will go up. But with those warmer temperatures, we'll have some April showers and thunderstorms. We'll see a few of these showers in a few areas later today and tonight and early tomorrow morning. But Wednesday afternoon, Thursday, and into Thursday night and into Friday, showers and thunderstorms scattered about the west will be developing before some colder weather settles in Friday through the weekend. Temperatures are going to cool off. Now, not dramatically, but in many areas it'll cool down quite a bit. And we're going to have areas of rain showers, thunderstorms on a more widespread basis between Friday and Sunday in the region. Now, we're going to definitely have differing amounts in differing locations, but it looks like for the most part, rain on the plains, snow is going to fall in some of the mountain areas. Now, I'm not taking out the possibility that over the weekend, snow levels could get down to maybe 6,000 feet or so in some areas. We'll have to keep an eye on that as a colder, more unsettled pattern will move in. And in typical spring-like fashion, the pendulum goes back the other way. And we have probably a pretty big warm-up next week, especially between Tuesday and Thursday of next week before the next system arrives late next week. And by the middle of next week, we're going to be into the month of May. Now, you know it was a good sundown last night in the Wheatland, Wyoming area when you get not one, but two photo submissions from the same sunset. So, spectacular view in the Wheatland area yesterday evening. Taking a look at the satellite imagery this morning, you see that low coming out of south central Canada here, and it is dragging some mid and high level clouds behind it. But notice the lows moving away. Generally, clear to partly cloudy skies are going to be found elsewhere across the west today as high pressure moves in. But there is some cooler air coming in, so temperatures today are going to be a little bit cooler along and east of the divide. Notice we've got a swirl up here west of British Columbia. We've got a little bit of Pacific moisture right here coming into the region. Now, this little area of moisture right here is going to be an area where later today and this evening, some showers and a few thunderstorms will develop in a very narrow band right here, then move east-northeast. Nothing really widespread, but if you're in this area right here, you may encounter a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity later this afternoon, this evening, and tonight. There's where we are by noon today. That low heads into the upper Great Lakes. Here's the high. There's that low off the west coast feeding moisture in. There's your low off the coast of British Columbia. So we get to enjoy this high today and tomorrow and into early Thursday with a warm-up and basically some nice springtime weather conditions. By noon Thursday, that low comes in off the coast and comes into the Great Basin states, feeding moisture and instability into the region. That will trigger more of a chance Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night, Thursday afternoon into Thursday night and Friday morning for areas of rain showers and thunderstorms across the region. Temperatures are going to be pretty mild Wednesday and Thursday. You can see that right here. Look at these warm temperatures. These are the high temperatures forecasted for Wednesday. So very comfortably mild spring weather. Heat continues to build in the deserts, but from Canada all the way down into the Front Range, west of the Divide, some really nice weather conditions coming for Wednesday's highs. And for Thursday, well, it gets even warmer. Look at that, upper 80s and lower 90s in southeastern Colorado and southwest Kansas. So some real warm air gets drawn up ahead of these low pressure systems. And in spring, when you get these Pacific lows and fronts, this is one reason why spring brings you such whiplash. You get a lot of warm air that's building in those lower latitudes, that's building because the days are longer, and that warmth is building up. So you get a southerly flow. You have a really big contrast between the warm air and still the fair amount of cold air that's still available up in the northern latitudes. So we have some warmer days coming. This is today through Friday morning. So today through Friday morning, there's going to be kind of a hodgepodge of shower and thunderstorm activity in the region. Nothing too concentrated except here in south central Kansas and Oklahoma. There's a little bit of an axis. If you notice right here where there's going to be a little bit more action with the afternoon showers and thunderstorms up here over the Dakotas as well. But this is sort of just a weak pattern where you're going to have enough moisture and stability between now and Friday to trigger some April showers and thunderstorms. So that's sort of the first round of precipitation. It comes with mild temperatures. Then as we get into the weekend, noon Saturday, another low's coming in. Now this one's a little bit stronger. There's also a little bit more in the way of colder air coming into the backside of the system. So temperatures this weekend are going to cool down rather significantly. We'll start to see those temperatures dropping Friday. So as we get into Friday and as we get into Saturday and Sunday, temperatures will drop good 15, 20, 25 degrees in many areas as the warmth pushes into the Great Lakes and the eastern side of the U.S. Then by Sunday morning, we have that upper level low now moving out into the plains. That's going to usher in some cooler air in behind it. Nothing terribly cold, but that's going to be enough to really lower the snow levels into the high country. If we look at temperatures by Friday, instead of being in the 60s and 70s, well, we're cooling off here in these blue areas where the low pressure is going to bring the most chance for rain and clouds. Cooling off for highs on Friday quite a bit. The heat stays down south. By Saturday, well, we're looking at highs in many areas only 40s. So nothing terribly cold, but a lot colder than what we're experiencing here over the next couple of days. And the coolness even pushes south into southern Colorado and northern New Mexico, then further out across the Dakotas. And with the cooler temperatures, you've got the thicker clouds, and the temperatures on Sunday aren't going to be much better. So this is not going to be a nice weekend in terms of temperatures. That's for sure. Temperatures will be down quite a bit. There'll be a lot of clouds, and shower and thunderstorm activity will be around, and there's going to be some snow in the mountains. This is the precipitation forecast between Friday and Monday. Now, this map is probably going to change a little bit, so don't fall in love with it in terms of where you see the heaviest or the lightest or no precipitation. This will probably evolve as it goes through time. But one thing I think you will see is there is going to be an axis here from the central mountains of Colorado to the western mountains of Wyoming and Montana, and also here in south central Wyoming and southwest Wyoming, where there may be a concentration of heavier moisture, northwest Colorado, and look at the western slope as well. And then an area of rain and thunderstorms will develop out here onto the plains, but also getting further south into eastern Colorado as well. So this is between Friday and Monday. Snow levels, when you look at the snow levels, they're up high, but there's a pretty good axis of heavier moisture in the higher mountains right there. So there's going to be some spring snows in the higher elevations of Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, and Colorado, and far northeastern Utah this weekend from Friday through Sunday. By Wednesday of next week, we're back into southwest flow again. So you know what that means? After a cold weekend, temperatures go right back up again, and they go up quite a bit as we get into the early to middle parts of next week. But we've got this next low that'll be sliding down the west coast and entering the region by late next week. That's going to usher in the next round of cooler weather and the next round of rain showers, thunderstorms, and high mountain snow. And you can see by Thursday, this is by Wednesday, by Thursday, it begins to get that push coming on in. Typical weather for this time of year. Have yourself a good Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.